1. Which principle of adult learning emphasizes the use of learners' prior experiences as a resource for learning? A. Pedagogy. B. Andragogy. C. Rote learning. D. Behaviorism. 2. In curriculum development, which step comes immediately after conducting a needs assessment? A. Choosing instructional strategies. E. Defining learning objectives. C. Designing evaluation tools. D. Selecting learning materials. 3. Which communication strategy best supports adult learners in workplace training programs? A. Delivering long lectures without breaks. B. Encouraging two-way dialogue and feedback. C. Using only written manuals. D. Focusing only on theoretical knowledge. 4. A trainer evaluating a program's success based on the extent of knowledge transfer is performing which type of evaluation? A. Diagnostic evaluation. B. Summative evaluation. C. Formative evaluation. D. Norm-referenced evaluation. 5. Which regulatory standard typically governs the fair assessment of employees in workplace training? A. ISO 9001. B. EEOC guidelines. C. HIPAA regulations. D. OSHA codes. 6. In adult learning, the concept of self-concept refers to which of the following? Adults prefer external motivation over intrinsic motivation. B. Adults see themselves as self-directed learners. C. Adults learn best through rote memorization. D. Adults rely entirely on instructors for decisions. 7. Which of the following is a primary purpose of formative evaluation in training? A. To assign final grades. E. To adjust instruction while learning is ongoing. C. To compare learners to national standards. D. To certify regulatory compliance. 8. Which method of communication is most effective in mentoring relationships? A. Directive instructions with no discussion. B. Open-ended questioning and active listening. C. Frequent written memos. D. One-way presentations. 9. When developing assessments for a Mettl practice test, ensuring questions align with learning objectives demonstrates which principle? A. Validity. B. Reliability. C. Norming. D. Standardization. 10. Which element is critical in designing adult training programs to respect regulatory compliance? A. Ignoring equal opportunity laws. E. Adhering to data privacy regulations. C. Limiting learner feedback. D. Using outdated policies. 11. Which adult learning strategy is most effective for skill-based training? A. Passive observation. B. Practice with real-world scenarios. C. Memorizing manuals. D. Multiple-choice testing only. 12. Summative evaluation is primarily used to A. Monitor progress throughout a program. B. Provide ongoing instructional adjustments. C. Judge the effectiveness at the end of training. D. Diagnose learners' initial abilities. 13. Which of the following enhances motivation among adult learners? A. Imposed rigid schedules. B. Recognition of their contributions. C. Long theoretical lectures. D. Lack of autonomy. 14. A mentor guiding a new employee by modeling behavior and allowing practice is applying which mentoring technique? A. Shadowing. B. Peer review. C. Formal evaluation. D. Self-paced modules. 15. Which principle of assessment ensures that test takers receive consistent results regardless of who administers the test? A. Validity. B. Reliability. C. Transparency. D. Authenticity. 16. In regulatory compliance, which law primarily governs the confidentiality of learner health-related training data in the U.S.? A. FERPA. B. HIPAA. C. OSHA. D. ADA. 17. Which curriculum development model focuses on defining clear objectives, selecting experiences, organizing them, and evaluating? A. ADDIE. B. Tyler model. C. Bloom's taxonomy. D. Kolb's cycle. 18. Adults learn best when the training. A. Is abstract and unrelated to their roles. B. Focuses on immediate applicability. C. Avoids problem-solving activities. D. Provides only passive lectures. 19. Which evaluation model measures reaction, learning, behavior, and results? A. Kirkpatrick's model. B. Maslow's model. C. Kolb's cycle. D. Gagnet's 9 events. 20. A mentor who provides frequent constructive feedback is fostering A. Overdependence. B. Growth and self-reflection. C. Compliance-only behavior. D. Passive listening. 21. Which instructional strategy aligns best with adult learning theory? A. Teacher-centered approaches. B. Experiential activities. C. Memorization drills. D. Non-contextual lectures. 22. What is the purpose of a diagnostic evaluation and training? A. Measure learner satisfaction. B. Determine prior knowledge and skills. C. Provide final certification. D. Compare learners' scores. 23. In curriculum design, Bloom's taxonomy primarily guides the A. Structuring of learning objectives. B. Development of classroom seating. C. Scheduling of program breaks. D. Selection of course venues. 24. A regulatory requirement to provide equal access to training for learners with disabilities aligns with A. ADA. B. HIPAA. C. GDPR. D. FCC. 25. Which of the following is a characteristic of mentoring rather than coaching? A. Focus on immediate performance. B. Long-term personal development. C. Specific skill correction. D. Short-term task orientation. 26. Which type of validity checks if test questions truly reflect the intended content? A. Construct validity. B. Criterion validity. C. Content validity. D. Predictive validity. 27. Which adult learning theory emphasizes experiential cycles of reflection and practice? A. Piaget's theory. B. Kolb's theory. C. Skinner's behaviorism. D. Bandora's social learning. 28. In program evaluation, cost-effectiveness analysis focuses on A. Learner's satisfaction. B. Financial return relative to outcomes. C. Personal opinions of instructors. D. Peer benchmarking only. 29. Which is an essential skill for mentors to build trust? A. Confidentiality. B. Directive criticism. C. Limited accessibility. D. Formal detachment. 30. A curriculum map is primarily used to A. Align instruction with objectives and assessments. B. Create a seating chart. C. Track attendance. D. Design physical classroom layouts. 31. Which regulatory framework emphasizes data protection in the European Union? A. GDPR. D. FERPA. C. EEOC. D. COPPA. 32. Which communication approach helps adult learners internalize content? A. Passive listening. B. Interactive discussions. C. One-way presentations. D. Sole reliance on reading. 33. Which evaluation focuses on the long-term impact of training on organizational performance? A. Summative evaluation. B. Impact evaluation. C. Diagnostic evaluation. D. Formative evaluation. 34. Which principle of adult motivation is most influential in workplace learning? A. Desire for recognition. B. Dependence on teacher direction. C. Preference for irrelevant content. D. Lack of goal orientation. 35. In mentoring, which behavior reduces effectiveness? A. Encouraging reflection. B. Micromanaging tasks. C. Supporting development. D. Providing encouragement. 36. Which element in test design ensures fairness across cultural groups? A. Cultural bias. B. Universal design principles. C. Norm-referenced items. D. Arbitrary scoring. 37. Which curriculum design approach organizes content around learners' needs and problems? A. Subject-centered. B. Problem-centered. C. Teacher-centered. D. Standard-centered.